So he had risen from the dead.
Yeah.
You were risen from the dead. Alex is back.
Yeah,
Alex got pushed off a mountaintop riding a bicycle once, right?
Yeah, I fell about 40 feet.
And did they take you, did you hold on to your bike?
No, he's got it.
Oh, man.
He's got it. But
So what was it like? How old are you?
I'm in my 60s.
So what was it like going down 40 feet on the side of a mountain?
I went over a little cliff. I grabbed something and I couldn't grab it before I fell, so I fell straight. I did a parachute jump, basically, from 40 feet down to concrete. And basically, it's like a failed parachute jump. Bingo, and I cracked, I broke 2 bones in my back. I broke 5 bones in my left heel, 5 bones in my right heel. I went to, first thing I did, well, not the first thing I did, when I realized I was alive, I screamed for help. And I was in like the Culver City bike trails or something. And I was like 10 o'clock at night. The first thing they did is have what you call the paramedics come and get me. And I couldn't stand up. I tried to standing up, and then I realized, oh, there's something wrong. And sure enough, I broke 2 bones in my back, 10 in my heels. But I was screaming for help. Nobody came for help. Finally, this young teenager saw me from the bike path all the way down. He said, "You need help?" "Yes, call police, call 911, and call paramedics." And so the paramedics came, and they got me in a gurney and lifted me up. And I remember a homeless guy taking my bike. I do remember that. And then as I was coming up and they lifted me up to the bike path to get me into the paramedics, I noticed there was an old junky red bike. I goes, oh, so he traded up for a red bike for a nice black bike. So I was like, okay. And they took me to Ronald Reagan Medical Center. I was on the 8th floor of the trauma building, 8th floor of the trauma unit. I was there for about 9 days.
Did you fall on your back?
I fell on my feet.
When you finally hit the ground?
100% on my feet.
When you finally hit the ground, you were on your feet?
On my feet.
Whoa,
So
that's the first time you ever stood up for anything.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. And then,
Well, tell me I move my chair, make sure it's already in front of you.
yeah, so I went to Ronald Reagan. I didn't get I was in the emergency area for about 2 days, and they didn't give me a bed right away. And then finally got up to the 8th floor, and all the nurses were great, but it was hard eating because I was so damaged. And then they put me in some cast, a half cast in my feet. And they said, oh, you're going to be in this for quite a while. I was like, okay. He goes, I don't know how long. He says, you're going to be for a while. And then he goes, but there's something else wrong because my back's killing me. They didn't know what happened. All the feet guys were just like taking care of my feet. They had no idea that I had these back issues. And so I spent 9 days there at UCLA, and then they asked me, look, we got to downgrade you from UCLA. You need a lower level of care. I go, I'm pretty damaged. I have 2 broken bones in my back, 10 in my feet. Plus I needed a back brace. Plus I needed a neck brace because I had a neck brace for 7 weeks, and I couldn't take it off because they were so worried about all the pulled ligaments and tendons in my neck. But as you can see, I can bend my neck all the way forward.
So is your back and everything?
My back's fine.
Everything is healed now?
No,
not
everything.
What's wrong?
The heels still need work. I went on October 27th, and I had a bad feeling about this. It was my 3rd orthopedic doctor. This guy's in Van Nuys, and he's done celebrity surgeries, like a sports medicine guy, and he says, look, the best way to describe your heels, pretend you have like a 12, 15-inch plate from 6 feet high, and you drop it on the floor. That's your left heel. That's your right heel. I goes, come on, it's October 27th. I had my injury in late April. He goes, I don't even know why UCLA didn't do surgery immediately. I goes, they should have done surgery immediately on you. I goes, you should have had surgery immediately. I goes, can you do the work? Oh, of course I can do the work. I goes, but you're my third ortho. And he says, yeah, you're going to need 3-hour surgery. And I'm going, 3-hour surgery? That's not bad. No, sir.
So did you have the surgery?
No, I haven't.
Are you going to have it?
Gosh. I'm worried that he talked lots of science stuff to me, and I understand a lot, but he said I need fusion surgery, which is like screws and plates on both the left and the right. And I was like, I don't know. And he goes, yeah, you're going to need it, unless you want to live in pain for the rest of your life.
So are you going to have it?
I'm trying to avoid it. Because I'm worried about having clubfoot.
So right now can you walk on both?
I can walk on both feet. The main issue right now is I have severe pain in my left ankle, and my Achilles tendons feel like they're half the size.
Oh, okay.
So they're really tight. And he said, look, he says, don't worry about it. I'll do 1 foot at a time. And I'm just like, okay, what does that mean? Because it's a 3-hour surgery in your left heel.
Let me ask this because of time. You said that you're afraid of clubfoot, meaning that you can't walk
Clubfoot.
flat.
In other words, I'll be walking with like I won't have full range of motion, and I'll be like dragging my
Oh,
feet.
if you don't have the surgery?
If I have the surgery.
Oh, if you have the surgery.
Yeah, because I'm not going to have, I don't think I'll have my full range of motion. And I assume it's going to be titanium plates, titanium screws.
Well, welcome back, man. You look well.
Thanks.
But to be an old man, you don't look like you've been through anything.
What's that?
To be an old man, you don't look like you've been through anything.
I spent 6 months and 13 days in the nursing home, and I spent 9 days at UCLA. So
Nice.
that's a long time.
And then you said you're going to be dying soon. Did you say that?
I don't remember saying that, but you know.
Did he used to say?
Oh yeah, I said I'd die within 20 years or something.
Well, it looked like you're going to die before that if you keep saying it.
Yeah, I guess be careful what you wish for.
That's right. Be careful what you
Just
say.
Be careful of the homeless guys. Don't trust them.
So, are you going to stop saying that you're dying soon?
Yes, I will stop saying that because obviously it's.
You bring death upon yourself.
Yeah, I'm bringing bad luck into myself.
Did your son visit with you?
Oh, one thing with my son that that's an interesting question. My son basically hates me.
Nice.
Right, and
I don't blame him.
yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I've done wrong.
Right.
And one time I did borrow some money from him, and I never paid him back.
Wow.
And I didn't pay him back, and I said,
What
"Oh,
kind of
eventually
father borrowed money from his son and doesn't pay back?
Because I had a little bit of a gambling problem, right? You know,
So all these years you haven't paid it back?
2 years.
You had a gambling problem 2 years ago?
Yeah. I had some problems with the stock market. I have a little bit of addiction.
Oh, that's white.
Right.
I thought you meant going to the casino or something.
One thing that my brother did is my brother tried to reconcile us, and then he came over to visit me in LA from Canada, and my son says, "Hey, let's talk to your brother Mike, and tell him what kind of man you really are." And my brother had a bad feeling about it, so my son texts me saying, "Hey, my dad's a soy boy. You know, guy that eats a lot of soy. I don't, right? You know, basically a flabby man." And he said a lot of bad stuff about me, and I was like, okay, this a lot of stuff is true. But my brothers realized how bad how horrible my son thought about me, and then he's like, okay.
Make a long story short, did he bring y'all back together, yes or no?
He did because
And did it work?
He said, look, brother, yeah, it did. He said, look.
So now you and your son back together?
We are almost together. There's a bus strike in Santa Clarita, so I can't visit him.
Right, good.
Well, it's been going on for like 2-3 months.
Good. Well, welcome back.
Thank you. I'm surprised I'm not a quadriplegic, and I'm surprised I'm not a paraplegic.
Yeah, you're blessed. Yeah, I like your new bike.
It's called a rollator walker. It's a deluxe model, $220 on Amazon.
Nice. Well, welcome back.